Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready? 60 or. Oh, you got D? Motion, watch D, watch D.
On first down, Locke. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Locke to throw, and they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
But it's up to how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Set, ready? 30 base. 64, weak.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Hunter Henry brings it in. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Anthony Lynn went for it but did not get it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 89 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. That throw into the arms of Allen. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Lock now, over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Whip.
Locke now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Clock now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Locke going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Good coverage that time by Derwin James. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third and long, it's Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and this will be caught at the 30. A big 30-yard play on third. What a first half this has been offensively. Defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Locke. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that is no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying the power game with Ham. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Ham, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is the tight end fan. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Locke now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Locke off of play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A final shot before half for Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll get 34 yards there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they...
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hurry.
On 1st down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go. Watch out. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let it go in, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The intended receiver there, Allen. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Lindsey. And they're able to to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, team 6, 5.
Now to the air, Locke. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. The 30. Past the 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let him run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
49 to Mike. Watch the slant. Mike's 49.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They'll set up a throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll drop the throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Hey, wahoo! 56 to my point.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Slam, slam, slam. Rush in, rush in.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. To throw it is Lock. And that will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike's 49. Mike's
Lock going to go on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
A gain of 29 yards. And a San Diego first down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Back to throw. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Lock to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mike's 49. Ready?
Back to throw. Lock. 20. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Go, go. X3, 218, chopper. Two.
Now Lock. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 2nd and 10, Lock. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Clock now to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
They get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be presto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man,
check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin, but he stretch a disc, man. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16.